Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Webb and I'm going to be showing you some really cool things about local storage today. Inside of my web page that I'm working on, I created this local storage folder that has this index in it as well as an example too, which the index points to. So let me first explain to you kind of what's happening with my website. So I'm going to open up my browser. I've been using Chrome to do this. I'm actually going to click here and run this file. So now as you can see, I'm in local storage. Awesome, here's my first example. So as you can see, I have here in my developer tools and all of the kits and everything, I can see all these things in storage. What I'll first do is I'll delete everything from here. So that way we can see from the beginning. So as I go here, I have this example. So right now, this is the value that's in local storage. Well, you can see there's nothing. If I try to press save, it will alert me and say, please enter something. So let's say I enter hello there. I click save. Perfect. Value 1 stored is hello there. Then I can go ahead and I can remove that if I want to. That will clear out all of the local storage. Or I could just do it simply for 1. So let's say I put hello in there again. That's so simple. Example 2 does a little bit different. What this does is it basically is a counter. So in local storage, it stores every time I click on this. So as you can see, each time I click on this, it will go up. This is really cool functionality if you needed to store maybe something that a user does and count how many times they do it. So this is a really cool thing about local storage that you can also do. Then my example 3 goes to this web page. This one's a little bit more complex. So in here I enter my favorite ice creams: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Pretty boring, but pretty simple. So now I can store and show them. So what it'll do is it'll store these values in my local storage, but it will do this. This was what it will store. It will show it as a string and then as an object as well. So if I do that, you can see, all right, there we go. Vanilla, strawberry, and strawberry. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry is a string with the quotes around it. Then an object, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. And here it is, defined in local storage as a string. Well, let's say I wanted to get it from local storage. How do I pull it out and make it back into an object? So I'll show you that in the code, but basically from here I can do pull from storage. And it will actually take everything that's in storage and it will put it back into an object. So going over to my code really quick, you can see here I have my index page. I will drop this down as well as this. And you can see from here, I have these 3 functions for that first page, for the first example right here. So I just take some text, and then when I click the save button, it runs the save function or the destroy function when I click the remove button. And what that does is it sets this inside the script tags. It does each of these functions. So this function saves the value entered above local storage. So all I did was created a field value, and then I grabbed that element, the value of it. And so that if it's null or if it equals nothing, that's when it alerted us. But in this case, it just set the item in local storage, as you can see here. Then our load function basically went out, but this time it actually checked to make sure that local storage is available. We could probably define that at the top. That way we're not wasting our time trying to say something with if local storage doesn't exist. And then as you can see here, we can destroy here as well. If I wanted to destroy everything in local storage, I would simply do local storage.clear, and that would delete everything. Be careful when using that. It's not really good practice sometimes. So going on from there, my example 2 is that counter. Once again, it checked to make sure there's storage, and then it does this little function here that basically adds 1 to the click count in storage. And then it sets that up here, and it says, all right, let's get the local storage click count, put it here, and append it to every time we click it. Example 3 points over to this example 2.html. Basically, I asked the user for 3 inputs, as you can see, and then from there, it stores those values inside of the local storage as a string. So what I've done is I've done this script down here. It gets the element by the ID that the user entered, and then what it does is it uses this JSON.stringify. So it takes all of these elements, stringifies them into a string, and then it stores it into, as you can see here, local storage. And then you take that flavors as the ID value, and then you store inside of that the flavors but they have to be stringified first. So that's really cool. To do the opposite, we just have to JSON.parse everything that was in this index, so flavors. So you see I get flavors, and I put it into a variable called retrieve data. I then parse the retrieve data back into the flavors, because this is just the local variable to the pull function. And then from there, I do document.get element by ID, result 3. And then that just stores the results. And as you can see, that's where this is. So that's kind of how local storage works. I hope this video has helped anybody that's needing some help as well. Let me know if you have any questions and send any posts that you have my way. Thank you.